Hello and welcome. As the future leaders in hospitality, you're already aware that the guest experience doesn't just stop the moment someone checks out. In fact, you could say that's where one of the most important parts of their journey actually begins. Today, we're going to dive into how artificial intelligence is completely changing the game for that post-stay experience, turning it from a simple follow-up into a really powerful engine for building loyalty and, of course, driving future business.
And Europe Hotel School London just hits the nail on the head with this. Your reputation, it's everything. But think about it. In our digital world, where is that reputation really forged? It's happening online, in that post-stay phase. That's where a really good experience turns into a fantastic review. And that one review, that can be the single thing that makes the next person click, book.
So my focus today is all about practical, operational knowledge. We're going way beyond the textbook to see how these AI tools are being used in real hotels right now to solve some pretty big challenges and open up new opportunities. So let's start by setting the scene and looking at the modern commercial challenge we're all facing.
Let's be real. The game has completely changed. Managing your online reputation isn't just a side job for the customer service team anymore. Nope. It's now a core commercial function that has a direct, measurable impact on your bottom line. It's absolutely central to how a hotel competes and wins today. So, what's really at stake here?
Well, the stakes are huge. This one number really says it all. A staggering 90% of travelers read online reviews before they even think about booking a hotel. That means for 9 out of 10 potential customers, your online reviews are your storefront. It's the first impression you make, and sometimes it's the only one you'll get.
Now just think back to how we used to handle this. Trying to manually read through reviews was a nightmare, wasn't it? It was slow, you'd miss things, and you were always playing catch-up. But today, AI gives us a kind of superpower, the ability to listen to everything, everywhere, all at once. We're not just reacting to problems anymore. We're actually getting ahead of them.
Okay, so you're probably wondering, how on earth does this technology actually work? How can a machine possibly understand the little nuances in a guest review, whether it's a glowing compliment written in Portuguese or a subtle complaint in Mandarin? Well, the answer is pretty fascinating.
The magic behind it all is a technology called natural language processing, or NLP for short. And don't let the fancy name fool you. You can basically think of it as an AI that's been trained to read and understand human language, kind of like we do. But it goes way beyond just spotting keywords. It understands context, it gets the sentiment, and it figures out the real meaning behind what thousands of different guests are trying to tell you. So let's follow a review on its journey. First, the AI pulls it in from wherever it was posted online. Instantly, it reads the tone. Is this guest happy? Are they frustrated? Or maybe a little bit of both? Next, it pinpoints the key topics they're talking about, things like bed comfort or breakfast wait times. And finally, it takes all this data from thousands of reviews and bundles it up into clear, actionable intelligence. It's an incredible transformation of raw feedback into a genuine business strategy. But of course, having all these amazing insights is pretty useless if you don't do anything with them, right? So the big question is, how do we take all this powerful data and turn it into smarter, faster decisions on the ground that actually make the guest experience better? Well, this is where the real magic happens. I want you to imagine you're the hotel manager, and this dashboard is the first thing you see in the morning. You're not just looking at a simple star rating here, you're seeing the whole story behind it. So guests love the beds, that's fantastic. But then you spot it, a little red arrow trending down next to bathroom cleanliness. This isn't just a number, it's an early warning signal that lets you go talk to your housekeeping team and fix the problem before it snowballs and drags down your whole reputation. Now, beyond just the big picture, AI is also changing how we communicate one-on-one. I mean, we've all seen a review just like this, right? It's that classic mixed feedback. They loved one thing but had a real issue with another. And responding to this kind of review, well, it takes a personal touch. It takes care. Now look at this. An AI assistant can draft a personalized response like this in seconds. It acknowledges the good and the bad. And this is so much more than just being efficient. For the guest, this makes them feel like you actually listened, that they were heard. And when your guests feel valued, they don't just forgive a small problem, they come back.
AI is also a game changer for the direct feedback you collect, like from your post-stay surveys. Now, imagine a loyal guest, someone who stays with you all the time, gives you a Net Promoter Score of 3 out of 10. That score, that should make your blood run cold. For a loyal guest, that's a 5-alarm fire. The AI can flag this immediately, triggering a service recovery plan to win that guest back before you lose them for good.
And this whole idea of proactive recovery, it brings us to our final and honestly most strategic point. Using this post-stay data isn't just about fixing problems anymore. It's about closing the entire commercial loop, turning guest feedback directly into real, sustainable business growth.
So how does that actually work in the real world? How can listening to thousands of individual guest comments really guide a hotel's top-level decisions about things like marketing and brand strategy?
Well, it's simple, really. By listening to what your guests are already shouting from the rooftops, you can build a brand message that you know will connect with people. If everyone is raving online about your hotel's tranquil garden, then that should be the hero of your next marketing campaign. It's all about aligning your story with their real experience. When you do that, you create this amazing, virtuous cycle of happy guests and long-term sustainable growth.
So, we've seen how AI is completely transforming the post-stay experience, turning feedback from a reactive chore into a proactive, strategic asset. But honestly, this is just the beginning. The real question, the challenge for you as the next generation of hospitality leaders is this. If this is what AI can do for you after a guest leaves, what are you going to do with it to create truly unforgettable, deeply personal experiences while they are still right there in your hotel? The future of hospitality, it's in your hands.